Hey, thanks for clicking on my video. If this video helps you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It is greatly appreciated and it really helps. Let's get to the video. Let's talk about how we can solve some rational equations by using the LCD, or the least common denominator. So when would we use this? Simply when a rational equation is not expressed as a proportion. And so what we're going to do is multiply each side of the equation by the least common denominator. So we're going to look at three examples, kind of maybe increasing in difficulty as we go. All right, so example number one, we have 3 over x plus 5 over 2 equals negative 12 over x. So if we notice our two denominators, we have an x and a 2. So our LCD would just be 2x, right? 2 times x. So I'm going to multiply over here. Let's multiply by 2x. And same thing over here, multiply by 2x. Okay? So now if we notice, let's multiply this term and then this term. We're going to distribute the 2x. So it's like 2x times 3. So 6x divided by x. Well, the x's will cancel, right? So that's 6. 2x times 5 would be 10x divided by 2, so 5x. Here, negative 12 times 2x would be negative 24x. The other x on the denominator will cancel, so just negative 24. So now we subtract our 6. We get 5x is equal to negative 30. And we divide both sides by 5 to get x is equal to negative 6. Okay? Example number 2. Now we have our LCD of x and times x minus 4. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this down here so that we have room on each side to now multiply by x times x minus 4. So multiply this side, x times x minus 4. Okay, so over here we're going to distribute this product to 1, so it's just going to be x times x minus 4. Now here, this x minus 4 will cancel with this one, right? So it's just x times 2, which would be 2x. These two x's would cancel, so 4 times x minus 4. And now from here, we just go ahead and simplify. So this would be x squared minus 4x minus 2x equals 4x minus 16. Let's combine our like terms onto the left side of this equation so we can set it equal to 0 and factor it. So we're going to subtract 4x, and then we'll add 16. So let's combine here. So x squared minus 6x equals 4x minus 16. So we haven't actually subtracted or added that yet, but let's do that now. Minus 4x add 16. So this is going to be x squared minus 10x plus 16 is equal to 0. So now we just want to think, okay, what adds to negative 10 and multiplies to 16? So that's going to be negative 2, so x minus 2 and x minus 8. So now we have our two factors. We can set them equal to 0. So we're going to get x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 8 for number 2. Okay? And our last one, number 3, 4x plus 1 over x plus 1 is equal to 12 over x squared minus 1 plus 3. So one thing I do want us to notice here is that x squared minus 1 is what we call the difference of two squares. So it would actually factor as x plus 1 times x minus 1. So I'm going to rewrite it as that, because then we'll see that our LCD would just be x plus 1 times x minus 1. So let's rewrite here 4x plus 1 over x plus 1 is equal to 12 over x plus 1 times x minus 1, and then plus 3. So now I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation here by x plus 1 times x minus 1. X plus 1 times x minus 1. Okay, so now go here on the left side. Our x plus 1 will cancel with this x plus 1. So now we have x minus 1 times 4x plus 1. And now going here on the left, or on the right side of the equation, we're going to distribute this part to over here. Notice that x plus 1, x plus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1 will all cancel. So we're just left with a 12. And then now we think about, okay, we're not canceling these anymore for the 3. Multiply them here, and it's just 3 times x plus 1 times x minus 1. Well, we already know what that is multiplied together. It is x squared minus 1, right? All right, so now let's simplify. So x times 4x would be 4x squared plus x minus 4x minus 1 is equal to 12 plus 3x squared minus 3. Now let's go ahead and just combine some like terms. So I see we have a 4x squared, x minus 4x, so minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 3x squared plus 9. So let's move the 3x squared and the 9 over here so we can set this quadratic equal to 0. So now we have x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So now all we need to do is factor what we have. So let's think about, okay, what multiplies to 10 and adds to negative 3. So we'll come over here, and we're going to get x minus 5 and x plus 2, right? Negative 5 plus 2 would be negative 3, and negative 5 times 2 would be negative 10. So we're going to take each of those factors and set them equal to 0. So we get our two answers of x equals 5 and x equals negative 2. And that is how you can solve some rational equations using the least common denominator.